Okay, this might possibly be the stupidest thing I've ever attempted on this channel, but then again, I am quite stupid. For the next 7 days, I'm going to eat nothing but cheese. Cheese for breakfast, cheese for lunch, cheese for dinner, and yes, cheese for snacks too, I suppose. Why am I doing this? Because I'm clearly insane. Another reason is because fairly recently my wife Grace said to me, "You'd probably live off cheese if you could, wouldn't you?"
Yeah, but I didn't say that you should.
Regardless of that, I kind of want to find out if that is true. Can a person survive eating nothing but cheese for a week? How will it affect my weight, my mood, my blood pressure? Will I survive? Will I do irreparable damage to my body and state of mind? Probably, yeah. Cheese is a great source of vitamins A, B2, B12, calcium, phosphorus, selenium, and zinc. But that is quite a stretch from the other 5 million nutrients the human body needs to not shut down. It's also high in calories, protein, and fat, which means it's not something you should intentionally eat for 7 straight days. But I am what I am, and you can't stop me. Before I start, I've weighed myself, and the less said about that, the better. It's probably gonna go up anyway. And I've checked my blood pressure with this handy little machine, and it's also a little higher right now than it should be, but is definitely gonna scream at me when this thing is over. So I've got myself a smorgasbord of cheeses. I'm hungry. Let's go eat some cheese. For a week. Oh God. Meal number 1, because let's start sensible, is a lighter, smoother, Moorish cheddar. Pilgrim's Choice. 350 grams in here, 30% reduced fat. And because 100 grams of this stuff is 314 calories, that essentially means it's about 1,100 calories for the lot, which is going to be way... So I could eat this whole block of cheese twice over and still be under my RDA as far as calories goes, which is 2,500 for the day. However, the same could not be said for fat, carbohydrates, etc., which would put me way over. So it's going to be a balancing act as to whether I want to be full and happy or if I want to die of heart disease. So let's not muck around. Let's open up some cheese and serve my breakfast. I'm not going to have too much, so I'm going to have. So we're talking about. So I'm going to probably have that much for breakfast. I'm not going to bother like weighing this stuff out. I just kind of want to eat it and get it over and done with. I mean, I'm going to enjoy it. It's cheese, of course. I'm going to enjoy it. Does that look sensible? Is that a sensible cheese portion for breakfast? I mean, no, but it is what it is now. I'm in too deep. I've started filming it. The first bit of cheese of the week. Bit of reduced fat cheddar. Cheers. It's a very dense, thick, claggy, oily cheese. Well, that takes a lot of chewing. I think it's stuck in the old throat. There's 27 more meals to go. For the rest of day 1, I had a Marmite cheddar bite, which was absolutely delightful. And then for lunch, I thought it would be a good idea to eat some cream cheese with a spoon like it was a yogurt, and I had instant regret. But what else was I going to do with some cream cheese when I've set myself this ridiculous challenge? Then I was slightly less adventurous at dinner and had some more reduced fat cheddar and some red Leicester, which is one of my favourite cheeses. So I was quite happy about that. Not a terrible start. I've had about 800 calories today, which is way below my recommended daily allowance for someone of my size, gender, age, height. But that does equate to about 200% of my recommended daily allowance of saturated fats, which is the bad one. Although it does work out to about 100% of my protein, so, you know, gains. But I don't feel horrible. Maybe horribly guilty at what I'm about to put my body through, but generally not horrible in myself. But still, 1 day down, 6 to go. Because of my insistence on doing this to myself, I thought I should probably go out for a walk to start off day 2, but I did any good that would have done by having a lump of red Leicester for breakfast on the way. Then lunch was a cheese string, which is yummy, and to mix things up I had some cheddar that was, wait for it, grated. It tasted the same. So while yes, it is true that I do love me some cheese, I am very much a basic bitch when it comes to flavours. So red Leicester, cheddar, double Gloucester, maybe at a push at Christmas I'll have a camembert, but that's about it. So none of your blue, stinky, mouldy cheeses, certainly not. But I am getting sick of the same cheese. We're not even 2 days in and I'm sick of cheddar, sick of red Leicester, sick of cheese strings, so I need to up the flavour profile. So let's see what I can do about that for dinner. Creamy blue, rich and creamy with a delicate sharpness. Oh Lord. Oh dear. Oh, look at that. I can smell it. It stinks. But it's different. Oh boy. Ooh. I'm not gonna have a very big dinner tonight. No, that is gross. That is rancid, that is sick. I hate that. I don't even want to swallow that. I have the tiniest amount. Ugh. Oh God. Oh no, that. Quick cream cheese, save me. Day 2, done. And I am sick of it already. And I want it to end. Hello, day 3 of a week on cheese. What am I doing with my life, Basil? Breakfast time. And I think I'm starting to feel the effects of eating nothing but cheese. I'm feeling a bit sluggish, tired, I can't be arsed, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty. I'm basically going through a lot, okay? For breakfast, I'm gonna have this crunchy snacking cheese. Now you might think that's probably cheating, but it's actually 97% Italian hard cheese, with the other 3% being onion powder, sugar, molasses powder, salt, blah, blah, blah. There's other stuff in other cheese, so I think with 97% being cheese, I can have this. So, actually, no, look at the tiny little amusing discs of cheese. Really, really crunchy. Really quite cheesy, very salty. And actually that is a welcome change to cheese. I mean, it is cheese, so it's just got a different flavour profile, a different texture. Really actually quite oniony. Unsurprising, there's an onion on the packet. But it's something different. That is good. I like that a lot. Thank you. Yes. Lunch was kind of picky. I'm hungry, but I don't want to eat any more cheese, which is a shame because all I have to eat is cheese. So I had another Marmite cheddar bite, a cheese string, and these weird cheese string bite things, which look a little bit like cheese curds, but they basically just taste like cheese strings, and I don't know why I expected anything to be different. Then dinner was more red Leicester because I can't face any more cheddar right now, and it's at this point that I really need to curse my unrefined palate for not liking a wider variety of cheese. If I'm going to finish this ridiculous endeavour, then I'm going to have to find ways to introduce new flavours into my diet, because as it turns out, cheese just tastes like cheese. Doing the awkward vlogger walking into shot moment. So, I feel like crap. I am 3 days in. I feel like I'm eating progressively less food every day. I've had about 600 calories today, which is still about 150% of my RDA for saturated fat. So God knows what's happening to my arteries. They are not going to thank me at the end of this. But if I keep going as I am, I won't die from cholesterol or heart disease or high blood pressure. I will die of starvation because I won't want to eat any cheese because I'm so sick of the same flavours, which is my own doing. I'm not a cheese connoisseur, but as we approach the halfway point of this stupid week on, I need to mix things up and introduce new flavours and textures into what I'm eating because I'm going to go insane if I don't. So, I'm going to go to bed tonight and think about some interesting things that I can do with cheese because there's no way I'm eating any more blue cheese.
This is where things start to get hard. I feel gross and fat, yet hungry all the time. I'm exhausted, I'm lethargic. I question what decisions I've made throughout my life that have led to this moment. I've been doing week-ons for almost 10 years. 10 years of putting my body through hell. Not all of them have been doing things like this. I mean, most of them you would probably call a fairly normal diet, but I've done weeks where I've eaten nothing but McDonald's or pot noodles or KFC, but none of them have prepared me for how tough this week would be. And as I sit here regretting my life, there's only one thing I have on my mind. Breakfast. For lunch, I finally got my wish when an order I placed at the Chuckling Cheese showed up, and it contained something I've been craving for the past few days. New flavours.
Right, we've got some interesting cheeses here. We've got botanical chin-infused cheese. We have Sunday roast flavoured cheese. We have caramelised red onion cheese. Yummy. We have, because I'm British, cream tea cheese. Yummy. We have charcoal cheddar. Indeed. We have flaming heart cheese. And then I ordered a mystery cheese as well. And I thought, oh, what crazy cheese am I going to get? But it was actually probably the most normal one. It's black pepper cheese. How the bloody hell are you supposed to open cheese covered in wax? I've never owned a fancy cheese before. No. Yeah. I mean, I guess, cut it, do you? I don't know. When I finally figured it out, and I'm still not sure I did it right, I was able to enjoy some cheese. First up, some hot and spicy cheese. Oh yeah, nice chilli flavour. Oh, it's the first different flavour I've had in ages. A little bit of heat, not too bad. It's building though. Oh, it's building. Sunday roast cheese. You know what? That does taste like a Sunday roast. Specifically like stuffing. Oh, I like that a lot. Gin cheese. Okay, I'm getting some slight floral notes. I expected to hate that, and I don't. Caramelized red onion. Oh, yeah, big sweet oniony flavour with that one. Cream tea. Sweet. I'm just getting sweetness from that. Black pepper cheese. Oh yeah, instant. Pepper. Hit. And finally, some charcoal cheese. Just tastes a bit like cheese.
Then dinner was more of the same. Sunday roast cheese, caramelised onion cheese, hot and spicy cheese. Just none of that charcoal stuff. Bloody hell, I'm going to see that in my dreams.
Remember how I said I was only going to eat cheese this week? Well, I'm going to stick to that, but I really do hope you guys don't hold it against me if I crack out the multivitamins, because I don't want to die. Day 5 and 6. What can I say about the last 24 hours? Other than they have been really hard. I have never known sluggishness like it. I am perpetually tired, dragging myself from A to B and forcing myself to do work despite my body trying to shut itself down. Is it through exhaustion or this feeling of hatred inside my stomach because it's had nothing but cheese for almost a week? Because, yeah, of course, throughout all of this, all the challenges, I have stuck to my diet. I've eaten nothing but cheese since this entire ordeal started. Flavoured cheese, regular cheese, cheesy cheese. One little bit of creativity that I did try was making my own Parmesan crisps, which was actually a mild success. It did add some texture, which I've desperately been missing, and it gave me a way to eat cream cheese that isn't shameful. I honestly don't know how I've gotten this far. This diet, if you can call it that, is awful. Why did I think this was a good idea? But the good news is I've got just one day left. One more day of absolute torture. I am on the precipice of victory. Within the next 24 hours, I will have hopefully eaten my last morsel of cheese. Not ever, let's be serious, but at least for a while. It is going to be interesting to see what this week has done to my weight, because yes, I have been eating nothing but cheese. But then again, I haven't eaten all that much of it because I'm sick of it. For the last 2 days, for days 5 and 6, I've probably eaten about 500 or 600 calories worth of cheese. And even in a calorie controlled diet, that's not particularly recommended. Could I have even lost weight at the end of this week? I mean, it's a possibility. But then again, I've probably gained so much in water weight because I cannot stop trying to fill up on water. I can't stop pissing. This is it. Day 7, the final day of eating nothing but cheese. Let's do this. Breakfast, Parmesan crisps. Snack, cheese string. Oh, God. You'd have thought with all this calcium, my bones wouldn't be this brittle. Lunch is some flavoured cheddar. Suppose I've got to eat the charcoal one at some point. Cat, stroke, abandoned. A snack, Parmesan crisp. Dinner is cheese. Why do it have to be cheese? And now, here it is, the final piece of cheese that I will be eating on this week on. Still quite early in the day, but I just don't want any more cheese. Ever. Ever. At least I'm going to end on a high. This is the Marmite cheddar. Lovely stuff. Or at least it was lovely stuff at the start of this week. Now I resent it. Who am I kidding? It is still quite nice. But I do feel terrible and miserable. Fuck you, cheese. Now, I know the comments from this week are going to be mainly focused around, what are you talking about, you stupid idiot? This is self-inflicted. You can't moan. And yes, that is true. I did put it upon myself to try and eat nothing but cheese for a week, but I just wanted to see if I could. And now, after my final cheesy meal, my cheal, if you will, I feel awful. I take no satisfaction in the fact that I've completed it. I feel gross and horrible and sad and frustrated, and I cannot wait to eat something tomorrow that isn't cheese. But first, I need to have a nightmare-filled, regularly disturbed to pee night's sleep before I get up tomorrow and see how this stupid diet has affected my weight and my blood pressure, because I know for a fact that it has affected my mood terribly, because I am very, very annoyed, sad, angry, pissed off, anything you could think of that is negative. So, let's cut to that. Oh, there we go. A week in which I ate nothing but cheese. And what an awful idea that was. I don't think I've felt that miserable in a long time. Every meal just felt sad. Like I was a giant lactose intolerant mouse. I genuinely think I hate cheese now. Who am I kidding? Of course I don't. But I at least hate cheese for now. The very act of chewing became a chore. The sour, milky taste got boring. There was nothing good about this experience whatsoever. Or was there? Because remember how at the start of the week I weighed myself and measured my blood pressure? Well, when it comes to my weight, I actually lost 2.5 pounds. As for my blood pressure, it went from being in the pre-high range to an ideal reading. I'm not complaining, I'm really not, but how? It must be because, at least towards the end of the week, I ate so few calories. I just couldn't face eating any more cheese. So I didn't. Yes, I ate more than 100% of my saturated fats and salt every day, sometimes more than 200%, but I also drank more and moved more and ate less volume. So my conclusion is, it's inconclusive. Because I only ate cheese, it's possible that my body entered ketosis, because that's kind of what this diet was, a roundabout way of doing keto. So, couple that with the fact that I ate so few calories, and that's one possible explanation. There is no way that I would endorse this diet that I just made up for the purpose of this video, but I'd be lying if I wasn't a little bit happy about the fact that my blood pressure is now in the normal range and I'm a fraction less of a fat bastard. So don't do it. This was a stupid idea and I hate cheese now. So why can't I stop eating it?